hosting a forum here for three of the mayoral candidates in San Francisco. We have Stuart Schuffman, and we have Francisco Herrera, and we have Amy Weiss. And I mean, I think it's been a pretty good discussion so far, but we've only scratched the surface of important issues. There was something, before we get on to the next issue, Amy, you had mentioned off air, I believe, that Ed Lee had secured the endorsement of the teachers in San Francisco, but there's been a change to that.
There has, and so there's new leadership right now at the United Educators of San Francisco, and I guess before the old leadership left, they snuck in this endorsement that a lot of the teachers didn't agree with. And so they have rescinded the vote to endorse Ed Lee. And I was just talking to a teacher today, and I was saying, you know, we were talking about, like, what could we do? Because we don't necessarily want to get the assembly together and have them do a vote for us to endorse us, because it would be at the end of October, so it'll only be 2 weeks before the election. But I said, this is an exciting opportunity. If Ed Lee wants to earn your vote, have an assembly for all of the teachers of San Francisco are invited, and it's the candidates it's me, Francisco, and Stuart, and Ed Lee, and we have to earn their vote. And you know, he was telling me,
great idea.
And this is what democracy is for, people.
Won't do it.
This is what. No, he will. He will. This is what democracy is. He will, because it's the teachers, and we're saying that they're going to vote that night to who they want to endorse out of all of us.
Exactly,
Well, how much of an impact? How much power does the teachers' endorsement have?
It has a lot of meaning
because right
to
now,
me.
as far as the media is concerned in San Francisco, he's running unopposed.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know, talking to this one teacher today, he was telling me, you know, we have about 5,000 teachers that are earning, you know, I think they start around $50,000 a year, but there's 1,500 paraprofessionals that are earning $24,000 a year, and they're dealing with the most challenging students that we have in our system. We should be creating pathways from CCSF to train our young people today to be the paraprofessionals of tomorrow. We should create housing opportunities for those people to stay in San Francisco, and we should treat them like royalty, because these are the stars and heroes of San Francisco, the people who are earning $24,000 a year to help our most challenged students succeed in life. Hear, hear?
Right. Amy, you're a star and hero of San Francisco.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
I would like to, if we can, Francisco, I'd like to talk about homelessness. The homeless situation in San Francisco is dire. I mean, what's going on? There's a lot of money that goes into it. So why are we still dealing with this? And as mayor of San Francisco, what would you like to do differently?
Each of us three candidates has been dealing with this issue for a very long time. I know I've been here for almost 30 years and working with homeless people, and continually the Coalition on Homelessness, the folks that are working with the homeless have continually proposed projects that house people, that help people go get jobs. Right now, the mayor has dedicated $167 million, but a lot of that goes to policing. Yeah, but a lot of it goes to policing and giving people tickets for sitting on a sidewalk.
Which is ridiculous.
You know, it's ridiculous. This quota now of giving tickets, whether it's parking or sit and lie, or, you know, all of this thing is so misguided precisely because there is no real plan. I think the Coalition on Homelessness, I think the folks who have been advocating have some very good programs. The problem has been the lack of political will to work with these community groups. You yourself, you were mentioning how it's grown from one navigation center to
there needs to be more. There needs to be more. I write for the Examiner, and I've got an article coming out on Thursday. Every Thursday, something comes out. My piece I turned in today was about homelessness. My local homeless lady, Eileen, passed away recently. I've seen her for years. She's been in the neighborhood for as long as I know, as long as my roommates know. She's been there for, who knows, 10, 20 years. And she lived and died in her tent on Folsom Street. And, you know, just to put a humanizing thing on this, last December, she had an itty-bitty Christmas tree outside of her tent. This is somebody's daughter, maybe somebody's mom, definitely maybe somebody's sister. And it's so easy to forget that these are people because we have to, in a way, to put up these barriers to get through the day. But there's a lot of also misinformation about who these people are. 71% of them were San Francisco residents before they were homeless.
According to the new 2015 homeless count. That's
71%. So there's all these things. Oh, Reno is sending us their homeless people. Vegas is sending us their homeless people. No, these are our people.
Yeah. Our people.
They are our people, and they are and they are the most vulnerable. The large percentage of them come from broken homes, molestation, violence,
mental health challenges,
mental health, drug problems, evictions,
queer, gay.
Huge percent are LGBT. Huge percent. These are our people.
That's right.
And we are letting them slip through the cracks.
And going back to City College, I mean, we have a jewel of an institution here that that could serve as a real bridge. And that you were asking what we would do as a mayor. You know, it really, this whole communication of services and institutions. Michael Lee just showed me a piece of bread that he took the picture of this biscuit that he was given at one of these centers with rat feces in the biscuit, you know. So the lack of attention really to human beings, because I think that's what you're saying there, Stuart, as when things are politicized. Okay, you talk about the homeless, and it's one big word that means nothing.
Our homeless neighbors.
Yeah.
That's what they are. And I've put out, you know, for better or for worse, Ed Lee has made the Super Bowl celebration in January a catalyst for real change. And instead of getting outraged, I invite people who are outraged or upset about that idea, join me in saying, we want you to take the St. Francis Super Bowl Homelessness Challenge. That's the St. Francis Super Bowl Homelessness Challenge. I have an idea for $5 million, which is probably what they're going to spend to clear people out anyway, something in that amount. We could do something beautiful and lasting and humane to support interim solutions for what's going on that we could all take such pride in. I have a background in mental health and transitional housing and permaculture and urban agriculture. I know how to do this. I invite Ed Lee to steal my idea. I think all of us would say, you know, if we don't get elected, steal our ideas. Use our ideas, Ed Lee, because I don't think he's coming up with them.
We're going to take a break here. When we come back, we'll stay on homelessness for just a minute, because the one solution that has worked in some areas, some large cities, is called Housing First. And I think we should, I'd like to know, do you support that concept? 808-0810 is the telephone number, 8080-810. I'm Pat Thurston on KGO.